This is a HeadGum podcast.
This ain't that long-term vision and invest. This is time to get that cake quicker than Sexton. If you about that fast money sensation, it's time to open up your ears to Twinnovation.
Yeehaw, folks. It's Baby David here with you on this fine Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday morning, afternoon, or evening. And I'm joined by my lovely little twin brother, El Jefe, the chef, Jeff Rosenberg.
This train's about to go off the rails.
And we're also, choo-choo, Jeff. I didn't mean to cut off the choo-choo train, but I was excited to announce the Queen A is joining us again, folks.
QAnon.
It's almost like she lives here. Do you live here, little girl?
Yes, I do.
You know, sometimes I wish I could put you in my little pocket and take you to work with me.
It's like you do.
Jeff, what do you think about that?
I mean, I like that idea.
You like the idea of being in someone's pocket all day while they're at work?
Seems kind of fun and cute.
They suffocate and you get thrown around.
Yeah, they hang over the little lip and their arms dangle.
Yeah.
You can't let other people see you.
Why not?
Maybe take a little nap in there when you're not moving around.
Yeah.
So cozy, like
You
a
think
sleeping
it's dark in the pocket, though?
It'd be hard to breathe.
You
be
could
hard
probably
to breathe.
fill it out a little bit. Maybe there's a little hammock in the pocket.
Plus, you could get jostled around a lot. It could be
I
scary.
think you would get squished easily, too, and I think phones get hotter
Maybe
than
there's
you
a
think.
pocket protector.
Are you smaller than a phone in this instance? What if you're just the size of a
thinking you're
phone?
tiny.
This is a good size to be.
I think you're
That's too big, I think.
that's, yeah.
I think you want to be more of a
It's like
Playmobil
guinea pig
size.
size.
Yeah, that's too big.
No, this is a good size. This is like
You don't want to...
smaller than a
Like a
Barbie.
gerbil.
No, you want it to be a Playmobil size.
Yeah, I
I
was
think.
thinking even smaller than
Like
that.
a Lego.
Yeah.
Legos are fun.
Not a Lego piece, like a Lego man.
I'm aware of the difference between a piece and a person in the Lego universe.
That'd be cute. That would be cute one
Lego's
day.
kind of prime for taking over the entertainment industry, and people don't say it enough. They have licensing with every major Hollywood blockbuster. The Fast and Furious line of Legos hitting stores very soon.
Is there?
Probably.
See that?
I wonder how many different types of action figures Dwayne Johnson has been. If you collected every Dwayne Johnson action figure from every movie,
From being
and
The Rock.
wrestler, but it'd be over 30.
Where do people buy action figures now, though? What's the toy store that people go to?
It's Walmart, I think, is the toy store. Your Targets,
Forgot all
of course.
about Walmart.
Walgreens.
Walmart's is the biggest employer in over half the states in the
I've mentioned
country.
that. I've mentioned that.
And I don't think that's a good thing. I remember the days where mom and pop shops used to crawl around on Main Street cops.
Keep going.
what I
I
mean?
like it. I like where
I
you're
just
going.
think we should go back to a simpler time is all.
Me
This
too.
consolidation.
Well, these mom and pop
is-
stores need to get up on their Alibaba. Is what they need to do, and start drop shipping their own
It's just
products.
like when you go to one store for everything. It's disgusting, and now you have to worry about getting sprayed.
What do you mean sprayed?
You know what I mean.
Yeah, pretty much when you leave the house. It's not safe. Do all your shopping online.
A lot of
Yeah.
people do. The Stop and Shop does free deliveries, I believe.
Although that's scary. See, you're right. That's the future. Everyone's just going to be scared to leave the house, and everyone's going to start doing
you don't
everything
need to leave
online.
the house. You don't need to leave the house. What's
Isn't it
outside?
nice leaving the house though?
You get bigger houses, though.
Depends.
Yeah,
It's
indoor-
nice leaving the house if you live on a farm. You go pet the alpacas,
Right.
baby goat.
You
And
have
then
Central
your
Park
grocery
for your
store is
farm.
your backyard.
Get
you
some
know?
chickens. I'm growing
Yeah.
corn out here.
No, you're not, David.
I am growing corn.
What you're doing is not growing
It's
corn.
husking.
It is not. It's just
husking.
tickling me when I'm trying to sit there on the.
They got pretty tall.
They are tall.
It is
that.
freakishly tall, but it can't grow, David. There's no space for the roots, David.
Yeah.
They're
You gotta see how deep the roots gotta go. I bet corn goes pretty deep for those heavy stalks.
What nutrients would be going into that corn?
Sun and water is all American food products need.
There's nutrients in the soil too, and you're probably just
You also
using
rip
dirt.
apart plants to
Dirt
like
and
spread
soil
them
are the same
amongst
thing.
different pots, which is
I
killing
crush
them.
up my eggshells and I put them in there for the rats.
You do put a lot of weird things in that garden.
You guys ever go up onto your roof? I was up on your roof earlier today.
No, what roof?
Yeah, go up to the top floor. There's a roof.
There's a roof up there?
Yeah.
I've definitely never gone up there.
It was full of puddles, but it was still nice.
Is there a
Saw
view?
rainbow.
I saw a rainbow.
You saw a rainbow and you didn't tell us?
This is me telling you. I don't like to repeat stuff. For
Much
the
too
cast.
late, but I actually did
repeat
also
everything.
see it. Because you were sleeping, Dave.
I took a unscheduled nap. I guess
You
most
take a nap every day.
honey, this is why you're not allowed on the podcast.
Take naps every day.
It's a siesta.
That's good.
This was accidental though, and ended up being 3 or so hours. But
Usually I wake you up.
you do. I was, it was nice not to be woken up.
Don't
It
worry.
was really nice not to be woken up.
Yeah. I'm not going to be waking you up anymore, David. You're going to be free
Folks.
to sleep.
That smells like something that's stanky up in here. That shit is stanky as fuck, man. Shit. That's stinky. So stinky. It's the Oh, that sounds like you're publicly breaking up with me on Twinnovation.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not going to keep, needling and harassing you
Yes.
to spend the day with me, David. If you want to sleep the day away,
No one
sleep
likes
the
to
day
be
away.
woken up from a nap. You don't do it, and it shouldn't be done.
I just want you to spend the day awake and the night asleep, and you don't do either of those
I
things.
do. I'm on a good sleeping.
All night long, you're up doing things on your screens. God knows
Shoot.
what.
So what time?
All hours of the night. I fall asleep at like 10.
And that's when the cat comes out
So
to
you're up
play.
at like 4?
He lays in bed all night.
I'm rifting.
And then
I'm rifting.
gets
through
up at
different
like
universes.
6 a.m. and then starts looking for his jewel and wakes me up. And then takes several naps throughout the day. And that's why he's not tired at night.
Don't forget that I pound iron.
He's
too.
like a little lemur. He's nocturnal.
Boy, I thought you were a day boy.
He just goes for a bike ride and makes it seem like he is.
I work up a sweat, and then you let the body fall asleep naturally, and you wake up naturally.
Is this the beef that Davey's no longer a day boy?
Yeah. Yes, it is. And then he
Very good.
gripes that I wake him up.
Wow.
And that's why I say, I shall no longer.
Thank you. I respect you for calling me out publicly in front of 240,000 people. But the real problem here is our man in the pig pen is ready to pitch an idea that's going to blow your fucking socks off, folks.
Yeah?
First up in the pig pen, he's my favy Davy baby. He's the plump with more and chump than any champ has ever had. He's the Daviest with the rosiest, froziest. He's me. He's Davy. And allow me to pose a question. Please do.
Yes, please do.
What's the worst part about eating?
The worst part about eating. Maybe you're not
it's
getting all
over.
those nutrients you want.
Interesting, Anna. When it's over. That is interesting.
Yes, that is.
And why is that? Because you don't get to eat anymore, am I right?
Yeah.
Eating is only good when you're doing it, folks. What if I could tell you, repeat, had an idea for you, folks? I am pitching my new powder called the Replete powder. Okay, and what this Replete powder does is we ordered that large cheese pizza tonight for the boys and girls, right, Anna? We got some garlic bread. We got some little pastries.
Sure do.
And what happens when we
There are
run
pastries?
out? There are some pastries, Jeffrey.
Zeppelis, if you will.
Zeppelis are yes, Zeppelis.
They're actually the best Zeppelis I've ever had.
And you hid them from Jeff.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
you said put
purposely-
them over there.
Yeah, but you were hiding them.
I wasn't, David.
You were. And so what I want to do is when that last slice of pizza is on the cardboard, everyone's fighting for it. What if I told you didn't have to fight for that last slice anymore?
I would say, how so?
What if I told you?
I'm still gonna.
What if I told you there was a way to eat your pizza slice twice?
In the last slice twice?
No, what if
Not
I
be
told
able to puke
you?
here later.
Jeff, what this replete powder is, it's essentially a salt-based powder that you can throw on food, and what that does is it takes all the saliva out of the food that you were just chewing, and it.
What?
You know, right? And what you're doing is you're putting some powder on
spit, on chewed up food?
On chewed up food, and you're taking all the spit out of it, which is what your body added to it.
Right.
And what you're going to get is a fresh new slice of pizza, and you can powder that, and you can even throw it in the microwave as well.
But it's chewed.
It's chewed, but the only thing gross about the chewed stuff is that it's wet and it has saliva. What we're doing is we're taking out that juicy goose. All right, and we're going to use our proprietary replete powder to replete your food, and one slice might end up saving your life.
Wow.
Okay. So you just take the food that you're noshing on, and you don't swallow
like
it?
when you say nosh. Where did you get in that word from? You never used to say nosh.
People say that.
Who's saying nosh?
All the boys.
River? Is River saying nosh?
No, I guess, I don't know.
I've never heard anyone saying nosh, and you've been saying it really recently. So what's up?
Masticate?
I don't.
No.
What? That's a masticate.
Filthy.
Huh?
Is that eating?
Yeah,
chewing.
chewing.
Sounds dirty.
It does sound dirty.
Do you think it sounds more like masturbating or like masticating?
Well, it's masticating is the word, though.
Yeah.
I guess that sounded bad to me again.
So you just, okay, replete.
The replete powder, it's like picture your Old Bay. So we have some proprietary salt-based solutions that are able to dehydrate the product. Very similar to the moon food that you'll see in your local NASA stores.
Mm-hmm. And so does taking the saliva out of it, is that so you can eat it again or someone else can have it?
It really can go either way. We recommend that you don't serve replete food to people without knowing it's been repleted. But of course, different governments have different laws around those types of things. So
FDA,
who are we to
yes.
say? Well, different countries as well, Anna.
Sure.
It's interesting.
But
It is
like-
interesting, isn't it, Jeff?
Yeah.
You would have to
One slice can save your life.
You would have to
I don't see where that fits
not
in.
swallow and eat some of your food in order for this tour.
That's very interesting that you bring that up, Anna. But the thing is, do you really need to finish that last slice when you had four
But
before
yeah,
it?
what if I'm still hungry and why would I spit back up food that I'm eating rather than eat it myself just so I can sprinkle this on it and take the spit out and have
You
a
can eat it again.
disgusting dry
And then
version
you like your
of it.
crust.
But
What if there was
So you can
a
taste it all over again? right?
forever-ending crust? It's essentially forever-ending anything. With a little bit of salt
why
dehydrates it.
what about a solution that like somehow like expands like a yeast-based powder that somehow expands the food that in its present state so that I could make
Well, we're talking-
a more pizza instead of like something that dries up my spit on old
We don't
regular
like to use the S word. We like to
Spit?
say saliva.
They're both S words.
Well, it's not the S word, Jeff. That's the difference.
spit is a dirty one.
So the replete powder comes in a 16-ounce bottle that costs you $6.99, and the 12-ounce bottle that comes for $9.99.
And you shake it on, it's on like a
Okay.
spritzer.
It's similar to very much to your old.
Are you allowed
days.
to use this at restaurants, Dave, or is it simply a home
if
product?
you're willing to spit up your food at a restaurant.
like we say?
Does it only work for pizza, or does it
No,
work
it
for
works for
lobster?
it works for everything that you chew. It's taken out. It's just dehydrating your food,
Right.
taking the saliva out.
All right. I don't know. How does this save your life? Or like, is this helpful just
Well,
because
you know,
is
let's
it
say-
only like for pleasure just to taste it again? Or like, could this be used in any like positive way
It's used in a lot of positive ways.
for the good of humanity rather?
Essentially, you can feed a family of four on one slice of pizza. How much more do I have to say?
But you're not getting
I
the
wanna send-
nutrients.
And you're not getting full.
Yeah, you're just chewing and spitting like a bird.
a big thing about people that overeat is that they like the taste more than the feeling in their stomach.
You're describing bulimia.
No, I'm not describing bulimia.
Yeah, that's
because you're still eating it
Exactly
again.
what it is.
You eat it again.
Not necessarily.
You can swallow it the second time. That's our motto.
Well, you
We
only
tell you
fall off
never,
the second
but
time.
well, you can replete twice if you want. We just don't recommend it. That's too much repletion.
But it's not going down your esophagus.
The second time it is once you replete it.
But what if you're saying you could feed a family of 4?
Right.
Well, that's if dire times call for dire.
But isn't only the last person getting to have it in their stomach?
For sure, yeah. But that's
They're not really being fed. It sounds more like torture, if anything, where they get
this
a
is
taste
more
of
for
delicious
people that
pizza.
overeat and have don't need the 4 slices, just need the 2 and replete the second one for the third instead of having 4 full slices. So you're getting 3 for only 2.
Right. So it's for I got it. It's a dietary supplement.
Well, we don't like to use the D word either. It's more of a death supplement.
What? Give me
No,
that.
I'm kidding.
Is this fresh in any way?
Yeah, I've put it in the freezer all day.
But what's the water based from?
The water is based from the Brita. I take water from the Brita, I put it into the gallon Poland Springs bottle. And that way I get more Brita per capita fridge space.
That's nice.
Brita almost needs to...
You're supposed to drink a whole one of these a day.
Yeah, it's big water telling you that.
That is big water telling you that.
Big Wawa. You like that, hon? Well, you can wake me up from my naps if you want. Let's send it around the horn.
I'm going to.
LF, are you in on the replete powder?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's got some legs.
Nope. It's got some teeth too.
I mean, as a customer and an investor, I think it's strong. I think people would, use it as a dietary supplement.
However you use it, we don't need to know. Keep it to yourselves. Queen A, what do you got for us?
Once again, I love your mind.
Whimsy?
But I just don't see myself getting involved in this idea
You
in
don't have
any
to.
way
Well.
whatsoever.
All right, that's fair.
But I do like it, David, because it's just so interesting.
Thank you. Glad to have you on the show as always. I'll see you later tonight, sweetie. Let's clap it out for me.
Very good, David.
Next up in the pig pen, he's my second favorite little brother.
It's not really fair. I'm your only little brother.
Yeah, you are my only
I'm not your
little
little brother.
You
Fuck
are
off.
my little brother. He's El Jefe the Chef. He's got the angular jaw. He's got the cool Cosmo Kramer haircut. He's Jeff Rosenberg. What do you have for us tonight, Kramer?
Guys, what's one of the most annoying summer experiences you can have?
Sunburns, mosquito bites.
Yes.
Mosquito bites.
Mosquito
Thank you
bites.
very much. I got one on my foot right now, and can you see her?
I have a bunch too. It was because of Union Pool.
Yeah, and I think usually after the rain, the skeeters come out. You got those.
that's true.
You
Yeah.
get puddles and all that. And
It's feeding time.
It is feeding time.
Sure is, David.
And a lot of times, you want to itch these bad boys, but that's not good for you because it continues the itch, and then things get irritated. You might even slice that open, get an
I like a
infection.
good itch.
You do like a good itch, but at what point, enough is enough.
Yeah.
You can't just. It's like
I boil them.
poison ivy.
Yeah, but having some inches and then slipping into a steaming hot bath, there's no better feeling.
No, mosquito bites are terrible.
Yeah. Well, I'm a sucker for pain. Sorry to derail the train, Jeff.
Not at all, David. Not at all. What if I were to tell you there was a nice, simple way to get rid of that itch? Today I'm presenting the Skeeter Beater, and what the Skeeter Beater does is, those round Band-Aids, the small, cute little round ones.
Yeah, the circular.
Yeah, the circular boys. So what we do is we have in the center there, we have a cold little compress there, and what you do is you pop that middle section.
Like a menthol cigarette almost. So one of those.
Sure, yeah, like
crushes.
your Camel Crushes. You pop that boy, and it gets gets nice and chill, like your cold compress.
I love that, Jeff. I do always find that the worst part of, doing the cream and the Band-Aid separately is just a messy process. It should really just be, like you said, Jeff, it should be the anesthetic or whatever it is to relieve the pain should be inside the Band-Aid.
Well, there's no ointment on the Band-Aid. We're just giving that chill factor.
It's just the chill factor?
It is just the chill factor because
there's no type of anti-itch cream within that chill factor?
The chill factor in and of itself is the anti-itch cream, and we're trying to back away from all these, no one needs to be using
Super
topical
viruses,
medications all the time on their bodies. That's how, they start depleting.
Does this also heat up like an icy patch might?
No, because you're not going to want that heat so much on that bug bite.
And so this works for bug bites for poison ivy, obviously, you're in a little bit of a
We're actually going to corner the mosquito market first, Dave, and we're keeping our heads on our shoulders there.
And it's a pop or not?
She is a pop, so everyone loves a good pop device, and she gets you excited.
I like that.
Yeah. How long does she stay cold for?
She stays cold for about 3.5 hours, Dave.
Okay.
And how many do they come in a pack?
It comes in a pack of 25, my man.
How much does that cost?
That costs you $4.99.
Wow.
That's cheap, Jeff.
I like that.
That's really cheap, which scares me a bit.
Well, it's not that
On
cheap.
the investor side, it scares me a little
Well,
bit.
bug spray costs a fair amount of money, right? And then you run out of a can, then people don't use bug spray.
Yeah. There should be a giant vacuum that just sucks up all the mosquitoes.
In the world, or?
Just near me, near anyone. When you're sitting in your backyard.
Well, we have the racket now.
No, the racket is not good for mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's too, the mosquitoes fly right through.
Yeah.
Those are for junkyard bugs.
What kills the mosquitoes?
My mom
You
was
gotta
saying
get
a
the little
fan.
zapper.
You can, but
Just
I don't
blow
know.
them away with a fan.
Citronella.
Yeah.
I'm not
Citronellas
sold on
don't work. I'm not
citronella.
sold either.
Not sold on it at all.
Yeah, they kind of.
The thing is, they bring the bugs over to
I feel like they do. Yeah, they entice the bugs.
Is it supposed to keep
And then
the
it
bugs
makes
all
you
around
buy
the
more
candle?
citronellas.
I don't understand it. Is it?
I think they just find the smell to be
I don't think so.
Disgusting,
I think
maybe.
they figured out how
they
to
smell?
outgrow that.
They like it
They figured it out.
for sure.
Jeff, I love the idea. It was quick, but it had all the right parts to a great invention. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the KISS theory that we all learned at Harvard Business School.
HBS.
HBS, indeed. I'm okay sending this around the horn, Jeff, unless you have any other questions. I mean,
That's the gist of it, guys. I like to keep it clean, keep it simple, stupid.
I think that's good.
Give me the name one more time, sweetie.
That's the Skeeter Beater.
Skeeter Beater. You're good with them. You've been good with the names lately.
Yeah, it's a lot of rhyming.
It's fine. You see a lot of those types of products. You need to have a fun little thing. I think you can make the branding on the box. You could have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ones of these. That's where you talk about the licensing.
Oh, yeah. Lion King. We're working on a promotion with them right now.
Pumbaa. And on are you in as well?
Yeah, I'm definitely in as a customer. I have like 50 mosquito bites right now.
Yeah,
what about as an investor?
How much is it going to cost me to get involved in this company?
$2,000.
$2,000. What do I get for that?
10%.
10%. Sure, I'm in it as an investor too.
We'll take a pause to talk about your bank account, and we'll get these numbers fixated. Let's clap it out for El Jefe, the chef. Next up, she's my second favorite lay on this podcast after Jeff. She's the bestest of the buds. She's Queen A, and she tucks me in every night. What do you got for us, Anna?
Okay, so
Allow me to pose
a question. What's the worst part about biases?
Oh, interesting. We're getting deep here.
Deep this time.
I say they can fracture any society. Hate sort of breeds deception, can breed. Jeff, chime in whenever you like.
Right, yeah. People
1 plus
only
1.
believe in you find information that confirms your bias.
Yes, confirmation bias, of course.
No, well, yes. It's all biases are unfair and they're terrible and they're difficult, but so many people do deal with them, either if they're the ones that have the biases or if they're the ones that are subjected to them, right? Mm-hmm. And it's such a problem in this world. Even on John Oliver, he was talking about how women actually tend to get worse health
Cut off her mic, Jeff.
What?
I'm kidding.
To worse healthcare because people don't take them seriously because they think that they're like over exaggerating things.
Really
things
hysterical.
Like that. Yes.
I read this story about this doctor today who was inseminating people with his own sperm instead of the donors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like 200 kids.
Oh, that's messed up.
Well, that's how you start the tribe.
Okay. So, and then obviously, so it's like, there's just like what women go through in general. There's racism. There's ageism. There's just so many biases people can have when you're hiring, doctor's office, with the police. There's so many important situations where
Live in ism
traits
culture.
Too,
it would be helpful if you could just get a clean, fair shot.
We're talking the clean slate. You got the clean slate tab?
What?
From Catwoman, from Batman?
No. Okay. So these are glasses that you would wear, that you have to wear if you're like a cop or if you're doing a job interview. And they make everyone look exactly the same, like a bunny or something, like we could choose. But that's what it is. Like everyone is like a genderless, same voice, like giant rabbit or something.
Well, so everyone in society looks the same?
Yeah, so you have to judge them based off of only what they say.
Very interesting.
This is very interesting.
Very,
It's
very
a big
interesting.
idea.
It is a
Yeah.
big idea.
What's the one face everyone gets, though?
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know, but like I just had bunny in my
Sharon
head.
Tate, perhaps.
Could be anything. It could be a little turtle, a little bear. It could just be a giant green person.
Does
I can
everyone-
see how that would work in the interview process, but would we imagine the same way when you're like pulling someone over in their car? There's like a bunny behind the wheel.
Yes.
That's pretty cute.
But not like on, like when we're here right now, we wouldn't be wearing them, would we?
No, but like it would be like teachers should have to wear them, doctors should have to wear them, cops should have to wear them. If you're doing
a teacher is teaching a whole class and everyone's wearing the mask in class?
everyone looks like a bunny to the teacher.
Right, yeah, the kids don't have to wear the mask. The teacher wears the mask.
The glasses.
The glasses.
But if the teacher's wearing the glasses, that covers her face. But don't you want the teacher to see all the students as?
Well, she can take them off, obviously, but it would, if an emergency, but it would really, for fairness, ideally, everyone is just a little bunny.
Classroom of bunnies is pretty cute.
Yeah.
But you could still tell, their race or gender by their boobs and skin, no?
What do you mean, on the bunny?
No, they don't have, they don't.
Huh?
What?
You can look at the rest of their body.
No, it's just a giant bunny.
They're full
giant
bunny.
They're full
body.
bunnies.
The glasses gives you a full costume.
Yeah, it's a full, yeah. Yeah, it does. So, what do you think?
Seems a bit out there.
I think that they could basically already do this with Snapchat, so this is not totally out of the realm of possibility at all.
True. That's very true.
Snapchat with the new Spectacle 3s that are coming out, priced at $560. A bit too much, guys. No one's going to get those.
Do we have a price for this?
Oh, yeah.
for
Well,
what?
I mean, the government should really get involved. We should
The
get a
bunny
government
glasses.
grant that would like
the
make them
bunny
available
glasses
to all of these, government.
What are you saying here, Dave?
I'm saying the glasses can't give you a full body outfit.
They're $500 or $599.
Why can't they give you a full body outfit?
How does that work?
What do you mean, how does that work? How does any of it work?
Yeah.
How does the
Dare to dream,
how
Dave.
does the Instagram stuff work?
What Instagram stuff?
Where you put a bunny on your face.
That's not real life. That's a screen.
Yeah, but the person
So is
who
the
has the
glasses.
glasses the glasses are the screen.
Yeah.
But everyone would have to wear the glasses for them to see that.
No, just the person.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. What do I know? I love it, Anna.
Thanks,
it's a big
Dave.
idea, and what this podcast needs right now are big ideas. We're going to have to send it around the horn first to El Jefe.
Well, did we get a name?
Oh, I had never come up with a name. What about
Reality Bites.
something
Back.
about like when like spectacles?
Or something with bias.
Oh yeah, but what? Oh, bias
Focals?
bias focals. Yes. Oh, Jeff, you're such a good neighbor.
Jeffy, you're a very
You're
good
such a good neighbor.
Good
Have a good neighbor. State Farm is here.
I'm out on the idea. I don't see how it could work. Don't come into this show and pitch your shitty ideas and think you're not going to get chewed out by Pigmaster Plus, Baby Davy.
I think it's pretty phenomenal, actually. This is what our culture needs right now.
Thanks,
is to
Jeff.
get away from
You ain't gonna
judgment.
move on my girl.
I agree. This is what we need. This would make the world a better place.
Right, Dave? Do you not agree with that?
I just
A world of bunnies hopping around committing murders.
Well, it should change every day, though. Like there should be a
This
like
could
on the front
end
page of
hatred.
Google. There's a voting for what everyone wants it to be. Shuts down at midnight, and then every day you're a new thing. That way it doesn't get boring. And not everyone loves bunnies.
It could be
You
lots
might have
of
to be more
different
neutral
things.
because you might be a little too like if it's cute and cuddly, then that's a bias in and of itself.
A judge
Oh,
sentencing
fair.
you to life
Interesting.
in prison with the fucking.
Maybe it should just be like an amorphous
hates
blob.
bunnies. Yeah, an amorphous blob.
like
Yeah. Or just like Green Man, basically, like where it's like there's no.
We're trying to get into the business section on iTunes, and these flamboyant ideas.
This isn't
of
how you're gonna get there.
cyberpunk
Where everyone's
futurism.
pixelated, like in that Black Mirror
Oh
episode.
yeah, pixelated could work too.
You guys should watch Years and Years. It's a great show.
No,
No, stop peddling your,
Yeah.
your
your
Showtime
wares.
shows.
Yeah, we don't want.
Maybe I need to get on some. Where do people talk about TV shows? I
Oh,
need to-
Facebook groups. That's what I do. That's what I.
it seems so-
That's what I do.
seems so lame though.
It's not lame.
Telling
It's
fans
fun.
to watch a show that
I mean,
no one cares about on a podcast.
Then you
is
go.
somewhat
First of all,
lame, too.
Facebook is
What's
dead.
up, dude? You in my house eating my
Fuck yeah,
replete pizza.
I
talking
belong
me.
to the King of
That was a
Queens
replete pizza?
Facebook groups. Bravo
The whole
Facebook
pizza
group.
was replete. Anna and I had it last night.
Foul. Foul man.
We have fun, and we're glad to bring you for the first time in weeks. We got some fantastic user submissions right after this break. It's a new season. Antonio Brown is on the Raiders.
What?
Le'Veon Bell is with the Jets.
Nice.
Odell Beckham is in Cleveland? What? The Giants lost him?
Yeah, dude, they traded
Oh,
him.
God. The one thing
This is how
that
you find out during an ad copy read.
the one thing that hasn't changed, where I'm putting my money down on all the games. My bookie is the place to bet on football every weekend. They have better bonuses and more prop bets than any other sports book, period. My bookie this year alone, they're hosting the first online handicapping super contest. First place is guaranteed to win at least $100,000, and it only costs $100 to enter. All you got to do is pick 5 NFL games against the spread every week to climb the leaderboard
Whoa.
and score your share of the huge cash prize pool. All right. This is fantastic. I'm actually getting into it. Even though my boy ODB ain't playing for my Giants no more, my bookie is the right play. You bet, you win, they pay. They have live in-game betting on every NFL game. They've got the most rewarding player perks in the business. And for you and your fantasy people
My
out there,
fantasy people.
you can even bet the over-under on how many fantasy points a player will score each game.
That's great.
This is the only service I would recommend, and I need people to get on this. Up to $1,000 first deposit bonus, double your first deposit. Use promo code Twins to activate the offer. Visit MyBookie online today. That's MyBookie. And don't forget to use promo code TWINS when creating your account. Bet, win, get paid. And we're back, folks. Hope you enjoyed the break. And if there wasn't a break, I hope you enjoyed the not break.
Oh, there was a break, my man.
Folks, we are glad to bring you the second part of our show, which we haven't given to you in weeks. And let's get right into it, Jeffer. What do you say?
Oh, yeah.
Reel it in. Yeah. Reel it in. Reel it in. Reel it in.
It's the catch up
Day. 1646.
Got the goddamn thing plays right after. It's hard to.
Oh, now my thing is playing. You know, my phone's buttons have stopped working.
Yeah, well, that's a problem, Dave.
And the touch screen, too. I actually had the catch of the day pulled up, and now it's not working. But what we have here is we got an advertisement playing.
Well, catch of the day is the part of the show where...
of course, it's the part of the
from the headlines.
Ripped straight from the headlines. We like to find the skiers and dreamers out there in the real world, making a difference one day at a time. And folks, tonight, Saskatoon. Never mind. The city of Saskatoon lost over $1 million in a fraud scheme, Jeff.
Oh, really? Tell me about this frog scheme.
Fraud, not frog.
Oh, I thought it was a frog scheme.
No, fraud.
I like it. I wish it was a frog.
Picture a bunch of frogs.
Tiny frog.
Right.
In a single transaction, taxpayers lost $1.04 million after the city of Saskatoon fell victim to a fraud scheme this past Thursday. The apparent fraudster had stolen the identity of the chief financial officer of a construction company whom the city deals with. The unidentified scammer then contacted the city asking to change the company's banking information. The $1.04 million payment from the city then went to the fraudster's account rather than the company's. And once the city learned about it, they held a press conference to have that transparency. And isn't that insane that you can just wire someone money and then never recover it?
Yeah.
Like how do people disappear from banks? Like how do you?
Well, I guess you got to wire to another. I don't know, offshores. I guess.
Yeah, but how can?
That's crazy.
Like, why is it even legal to wire money to offshore accounts if that's illegal to do?
Well, he probably gets it in his account and then pings it to another and bounces it around.
Yeah, and then launders it.
Oh, everyone does that.
It's a bit different, but kind of similar. It's Stephanie's company. A few years ago, they had someone to make an email address that seemed like almost identical to like the vice president's assistant or something, and email someone from accounting being like, send everyone's W-2s over, please. And the person did, but it was fake. And so then these hackers got like everyone's W-2s. Tax info. Social Security.
Social Security. What do people do? I guess they open credit cards.
Yeah, identity theft.
I mean, it seems pretty easy to open a credit card in someone else's name.
It does seem easy.
No, I'm pretty convinced someone has already done that to me because on my credit card it says Anna.
Yes, it does say your name twice, which is something you probably should have gotten fixed 4 years ago.
I know.
Does it still say that?
Yeah.
Have you ever asked them about it?
Yeah, and then they were like saying I would have to wait to talk to someone.
The name's so nice, you got to say it twice. Kind of like the pizza slice.
Well, I guess clap out that fraud.
Yeah.
Classic.
I
wonder if he waited for a payment after that. Like they changed the information, and then this is why you can only cut checks.
Yeah, cash only.
Cash is legal tender 100% of the time.
I wonder if that woman got fired. They changed the info.
Probably. Oh yeah, the person at my friend's company did. So this person probably did for sure.
Interesting.
Brutal.
Folks, for anyone looking to submit, they can rate us on iTunes. So that Venmo promotion still going on. Ideas at twinnovation.biz. And for catches of the day and beefs of the week and whatnot, tweet at us, DM us on the Instagrams. We also have a very special phone number that you can call if you'd like to submit a Twitter voicemail. Jeff, what do you got for us there?
1-646-926-1092.
So nice. Maybe we'll hear it twice, Jeff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, why not? See, make sure you're all right.
1-646-926-1092.
Oh, yes, Jeffrey. Of course, the Twitter voicemails are user submissions done through our Google Voice number. We love them. We love to put a voice to your name. So please submit them. Jeff, what do you got for us today?
All right. This first one comes from San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, Texas. Big Texas
All right,
people.
round 2, pitching this idea. What's up, Twinnovation boys? It's your number 1 fan from San Antonio, Texas, Tom, pitching a camping-related idea. I'm headed back to school in Colorado right now. And you know what the worst part about camping, being in the woods is, especially if you're a girl, using the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now, usually you just go behind a tree, hope your friends aren't looking, But what I'm pitching today is the Teepee. Sometimes the name comes first, sometimes the idea itself. I think it's obvious in this case. But anyway, it's just sort of like a little teepee with a little seat on the inside and a hole where you can put our proprietary odor-proof exchangeable bags. You just set it up when you need to go, when nature calls. You put in a bag. When you're ready to take it down, you take the bag out. Very important to remember that. You throw it away as soon as you can. Again, though, it's odor-proof. It seals when you're done with it. No need to worry about it if you're going on a long-term trek. But it'll all collapse into the size of about a loaf of bread. It weighs about a pound. It's not adding too much, to your camping gear. And I'm going to say $49.99 for the PPTP itself with the carrying case, and $10.99 for the refillable odor-proof proprietary bags. Hope you boys like it. Keep up the great work. Catch you later.
Yeah,
Very
Great.
wonderful.
I love it.
A teepee lends itself very well to,
The peepee.
The peepee. Essentially porta potties underneath their little teepees, right? They
Yeah.
just come up.
The teepee makes it more fun.
And
The
it can be
teepee does.
short, it can be like, 3 feet tall because when you're seated.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Are you sitting on it though? Because
It's got a seat, right? Because
Yeah.
you got to take a sheet sometimes. But
well, the teepee doesn't really
It's a
have.
pee teepee. It's not a poo teepee.
Interesting.
it's
So
for
is it-
poo too, isn't it?
It is definitely for
I
poo.
guess, but
But the
Right?
teepee would be, it would come to a point at the top. Unless it's a reverse
Because you're not
teepee.
just pissing into a bag. Why would you piss into a
No,
bag?
it's definitely for shit too. You don't need
but
to reread
why
it.
is it a bag instead of then a bucket?
Why is it anything? Why not just do it on the ground?
On the ground. I agree.
'Cause this is for
It should
privacy,
be open
right?
bottom. Yeah,
it
open
should be
bottom into the
bottom.
woods.
Otherwise, because no one shits without a little piss, and then you're going to
The
have.
teepee, like after you shit in the teepee, you just burn the teepee. And it becomes the.
Why can't you just pick it back up off the shit and take it with you?
Maybe
It doesn't
they're-
have a floor.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
I think that's what you're doing. It's just a seat with a hole in it.
a seat with a hole in it.
Private.
Yeah.
And then you don't need the bags to
But
shit
then you're
and
like
move.
Yeah.
taking it apart, and you're looking at the waste you just put down
You
there.
could dig a little hole prior.
Maybe it does
clean
need
it
the
out.
bag, but then you're walking around with this bag of shit.
No, I think
don't
you
think
can
you're
leave
just
the
supposed to,
bag of shit if it's biodegradable. if it fell into a biodegradable bag, then you can just leave it.
He says you take the bag out.
Yeah, but I like, Dave, I like that.
Away.
A biodegradable bag,
see, that's
David.
the problem. You don't want to be you never want to be holding the shit.
But it's biodegradable. But then imagine like
be.
campsites are covered in like biodegradable bags full of shit.
That shit's fertilizer, though, I think, and a lot of.
Yeah.
How is it
it's
fertilizer?
good for the earth.
Yeah.
What?
I'd love to, because I'm trying to think, like, why is shit fertilizer? It's all the bad stuff from your body, but why would that
It's
help?
like the carbon is something. I don't know.
I'm sure it's got some nitrates or whatever.
Yeah.
For sure.
Why do you put eggshells in your garden?
Well, because
Because he's
mom used it.
Right, but there's no.
There's no compost
Yeah,
happening.
everything. The circle of life.
I love the idea. I'm curious.
Do you
about
think bag or no bag?
I think you just pick it up and move.
I agree. I think you just pick it up and move.
I agree. I love the idea, though.
It's funny to look at it after. See it on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, 'cause you're like doing it in this void and you must be curious.
What if it digs a little hole for you or something?
How would it do that?
Yeah, I guess I'm getting too far into it.
Well, because I think you're still like going into the woods a little bit, right?
Yeah, you are. It's just essentially a place to sit, and then it would also cover the smell.
But I guess if you didn't want to do that, then that's why you would have the bag, so you could like do it by your tent maybe, and like still be on grass. You know?
Why would you do it by your tent, though? Or people could see you.
Because
you don't need
the whole point is comfort. You don't want to like be like.
But where do you throw the
trekking
bag,
into
though?
the
Sometimes.
But
in
the
a
only
garbage can, right? I guess if you're on a hike, though.
What if you're settled at your campsite though? So it's like we're all camping, right? And then we have this teepee. How far away is it from us? It's like off in the woods.
Wherever you want to put it.
Then we get up and like use it. If it's like one person uses it and you don't have a bag, then it kind of like
It stinks?
yeah. But this is kind of like a
I don't
porta
think you
potty.
keep moving it around then.
The thing is it for one person to use, or is it for the whole family?
I think it's the whole family. Not everyone has their own PPP.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of teepees all over the campsite.
Well,
Bunch of loaves on the wall.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't know the bags. I think everyone that uses it picks it up and moves it to a different spot.
I'm just worried about the bag because what if you pee? I guess you could pee first and then do it in the bag and then zip it up and.
You don't want to be putting your hands anywhere near this stuff, so forget the
I mean,
bag.
people do it with dogs though.
Yeah, well, we're not dogs.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
And then you're touching your piss and shit.
Throw up.
Let's do that.
Let's hear it for Tom.
I love it. Thank
I'm
you,
in.
Tom.
I'm in.
Great job. I'm curious. Reach out if it's THOM or TOM.
Dude,
We want to know
THOM.
if you're a Thomas.
Thalamus.
Do any Thomases spell their name TOMAS? Tomas?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you sort of get the Tom and then the H comes out of nowhere in Thomas.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Tom.
Thom.
Oh, Tom kind of is. The H is there. Tom.
No, that's more the O. It's the T, actually.
It's very, very, very interesting.
Jeff, you got that second Twitter voicemail for us?
Somewhere very close.
I know. While we're killing some time, you still love me?
Of course, honey. I always love my little baby.
All right, enough of that, Jeff. I had the Twitter voicemail. This
You're
girl's
the
gonna
one
make
that
me
started
sick.
it.
I think we're pretty close here, Dave. Just need a couple more seconds here.
No worries, folks. To give you some update on what's going on in the lives of Twinnovation Nation, Jeff's actually going to Alaska tomorrow, so we're doing a little double recording. Check out his Instagram. We're hoping he'll post some nifty-tifty pictures.
Yeah, I need some content.
You got to post at least 3 pictures, Jeff. At
You got
least.
You got it. Guys, you ready for that voicemail?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Sorry, folks, I had to get that off my chest. I am on my 9th week of overtime, and it is like 93 degrees here in rural Kansas, I just got 10 stitches in my hand today because I sliced it wide open on a belt grinder. So I haven't a lot of energy, but the idea, it needs to grace your ears nonetheless. Oh, fuck. Okay. Shazam for paint. Shazam for paint. That's the whole thing. Normally I would have had a whole spiel to pitch it to you, but you just point the camera at anything that has paint on it, and it will tell you exactly what that paint code is.
I like that.
Oh, that's it. Wish me luck out there, folks.
I like that.
I didn't mean to ask. Whatever happened to GroupHole?
Oh,
We need to start taking more submissions from that boy.
GroupHole is still alive, isn't it?
I think it was hacked.
Was it?
Well, here's a follow-up from him.
I love
Sam,
GroupHole.
by the way, the name's Sam. I lost a lot of blood today. Don't.
Sam
blame me.
fans.
Sammy.
Oh, I love it. I love him. What a
I'd
character.
like to hear from Sam more, to be
Me
honest.
too. We should have him call in every week.
You
Let
should
us
just
know how
be
that
like
overtime
the
is
injured guy who calls in.
Yeah.
Tell us about your injuries, Thom, every week.
His name
with
is
an
Sam.
update. Oh, Sam.
Yeah,
Thom
Sam.
was the other one. Man, I'm losing it.
I
It's
think
nice
that's
to
a
hear from the
fantastic
nation
idea.
again,
You're
right?
talking about like a wall, like you place it on a wall, and maybe you haven't, you want to match it to another wall in your house,
Yeah.
type of deal, or even a can of paint that maybe, the paint from taking out paint and brushing it, you've lost the coat. You don't know what it is. You don't know if it's a flat white or it's got some texture to
Yeah,
it.
so this would essentially give you, what do they call those, Jeff? Those little codes.
Yeah, your hex code
Your
or
hex
whatever.
code, yeah.
You could even use it to maybe not necessarily with paint, but if I hold it up to a tree, it's like these paint colors are the same color green.
Right. Yeah.
All right. It will match you to the paint color as well.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And that's when you start getting your ad revenue from your Benjamin Moores of the world.
Big Benny Moore.
Yeah,
Living in
partnerships.
And
Fat
then
Cat
is
Ben Moore.
Sherman also? Is it Benjamin Sherman too?
Sherwin
Williams.
Williams.
I was also thinking it could be interesting to use for someone that wants to get their hair a certain color.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm thinking outside the bun right
See,
now.
that's tough because you don't know what color because it's based on what you're putting it on a little bit, The color changes based on what you're putting it on. If you're putting it on like a darker color, that's why you got to do 2 coats.
That's true.
Well, you got to do 2 coats.
You always got to do 2 coats.
Do they do that in hair? They do multiple coats, right?
I don't know. I've never got my hair colored.
No.
Never.
That's an original byproduct, Jeff. It's the Spain and Lithuania breeding
But
right
they
there.
do 2 coats with nail polish.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes 3.
Very good. Well, let's hear it for our boys.
Sam and Thom, it's nice to hear from your nation again. We missed you guys. Sorry, these previous episodes have been going a little bit long with Chatterbox on the mic,
Sorry.
We usually end these shows by saying what we're going to do this weekend. Jeffers on a 45-hour flight to Alaska.
Yeah, going with the Podfather and Mama.
And Anna and I are getting married this weekend, actually.
Yes,
so we're
we
happy that the 3 of you numbskulls are out of town.
Bad boy, you're bad boy.
Bad to the bone, folks. And as always, stay scheming and stay dreaming.
Walking out the door, robbed the damn bank, got the chauffeur, mixing more pearls. Now an open screw, Chardonnay with 2 dudes, Twinnovation, I owe you. Oprah money, getting Oprah money, Oprah money, getting Oprah money, getting Oprah money, getting Oprah money, getting Oprah money, Oprah money.
That was a HeadGum podcast.